Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your March 16th to the 31st, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It's all the things that YouTube likes, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So, thank you so much for doing so. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm glad that didn't fall down. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. Scooch these guys down so that you can see everything. All right, so we are crowned with the Knight of Pentacles. And this is fantastic because we are represented by the Pentacles in the minor arcana. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if we have other Earth sign energy in our chart, this is going to come through very, very strongly. This is about moving forward slowly, steadily, but stably, and really achieving goals and going after what we want. So that is going to be a very good thing for us. It moves us then to the Nine of Cups reverse. There's a wish that we have that we're crossing our fingers over. We're not going to get it. Okay. It's a sense like, oh, I'd really like it if this happened. So just be mindful about this, that this can kind of make us feel a little bit defeated, a little bit overwhelmed. It's like, okay, I didn't get that wish. How am I supposed to move forward? And yet the whole energy of this time is moving forward towards prosperity and success. We then have the Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries. There we go. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If we're born on the cusp with Sagittarius, if we have fire sign energy in our chart, that comes through very powerfully. We're seeing our magic again. There's something about the wish that we wanted not coming true that is making us see our magic in a new way and in a different way. And it's making, excuse me, I'm going to cough. Do apologize. And it's making us see ourselves in a very different way than we have before. It brings us to the Moon card. Now, the Moon card is also Pisces energy. Time frame February 19th to March 20th. Okay. So it's right in, in this time frame, right? But it is ending off because we're going to the 31st. But here it's finding a way forward. Okay. It's seeing ourselves with more distinction, more determination, more focus, more insight. All right. There's a sense of looking at fears, looking at doubts, looking at what makes us cry, what makes us laugh, what brings joy. What are we afraid of in our world? What are we afraid of for ourselves? It brings us then to the Fool. We're taking a leap of faith. We're moving towards what our soul really desires and what we really want. And this, we've been held back from really moving towards what we want for quite some time, for one reason or another. It doesn't matter why we were held back. It's just that now we are moving forward and we're going to face something that we have faced before. Okay. The Five of Swords is we're facing a battle we have faced before, but we have to remember we're not the same person that we were. Okay. We tend to go back to initial traumas that shaped us, that hurt us, that held us back. All right. And we're going to think, oh, wow, I can't do this because I'm still that, little girl, little boy, little person who couldn't when I needed to. And now it's looking at ourselves and saying, but I am powerful. People say that the Five of Swords is also about fair play, right? We have to play fair. We do. But we also have to count our wins, and we also have to, take pride in ourselves and say, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is how I'm moving forward for me, and stop. This is where I'm going. And just because we have experienced a setback that it could have happened, 9 years ago, okay? It could have happened quite some time ago, usually in a count of 9, okay? 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, 9 years, all right? We are going to see ourselves becoming different people than when that initial setback happened. And we're going to be looking at ourselves in a very different way, in a more powerful way, in a more assertive way, and we are moving forward. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a shamrock in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So good luck to everyone. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is Enchanted. We are becoming enchanted with our life again. We are embracing the enchantment of our existence. And that is going to be powerful. And that is going to be beautiful. And that is beautiful. We need to see the beauty in things. We need to step back and we need to slow things down, calm things down. We live in our hustle culture, which, I laugh at saying, because we're always thinking, oh, how can I monetize this? How can I move forward this way? How can I, achieve more? And here, when we're living an enchanted life, it's like, how do I really enjoy my life and my time? How do I really connect? And that's going to be super important. It moves us then to our chakra energy, angels, and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is divine wisdom. I love how it just popped out. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. And so, what we know here is that we have this wisdom coming into our lives, guiding us, being insightful for us. Are we fully taking it? No. We have a blockage in our soul star chakra. And this is going to be a time really focusing on connecting with universal wisdom and letting that wisdom come forward, connecting with our intuitive, empathic, psychic self to open up the doors. Now, let's see the energy that we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Four of Swords reversed. We need to be, not reversed, this is the Four of Swords. We need to be mindful of not resting, of not respecting our story and everything that we've been through. It's kind of like buck up, let's move on. And that's fine. That's okay. That's one way of looking at it. It's not a kind way of looking at it. Showing ourselves grace, showing ourselves patience, moving forward towards what we love, what we want, and really embracing our joy is going to be an important thing. Honoring our story, but sleeping, taking care of ourselves, and being nurturing to ourselves is going to be important. Taurus, our love language, part of our love language is nurturing others. We have to remember to have that love for ourselves as well. With the Knight of Pentacles, we are slowly and steadily moving forward towards success, prosperity, bounty, and abundance. The Knight of Pentacles is also telling us that during this time, this is a time of movement. We don't want to be sitting still for the last half of March. We want to be achieving, we want to be succeeding, we want to be moving ahead towards that success and towards that power. What we're also going to be seeing here is that focusing on our root chakra is going to be important. Also, how are we planting ourselves, grounding ourselves? Are we going outside? Are we, breathing in the fresh air? That is going to be a powerful thing too. And if we can't go outside, an open window would be fantastic. And if we can't open a window, then it's just simply visualizing ourselves outside with the sunlight on us, being warmed and connecting with the earth's energy. As an earth sign energy, that is a powerful, powerful way for us to move forward, but for us to heal and connect with us. It brings us then to this wish that wasn't granted. It wasn't granted for a reason. We might not ever know that reason. And it can be something that we may always mourn. Don't sit there and think, I'm just hearing like stiff upper lip, which is very, very Taurian. I just have to, move on, go forward. And that's great, but taking care of yourself, embracing your heart, saying that hurt, that was a scar, that was something I might always look back at and mourn and grieve. But now it's time for me to look at my blessings and show up for myself. It's time for me to find the sweetness like honey to melt on my lips. It's time for me to embrace my joy and my prosperity and my success. Because there is an old saying, the days are long, but the years are short. And we're seeing that here. And it brings us to the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is fire and intensity and beauty. It's knowing our magic. I always think of the goddess Hestia, and Hecate. There we go. Or we can buy them together to form Hectia. So here, Hecate is the goddess of magic in ancient Greek mythology. Now, there was a whole big, they use the word cult around her. You can use whatever word you like, but in historical documents, that's what is used. Her magic was powerful. She had the Vestal versions, that were to protect her, that were to work with her. So there, or was that was Delphian? I can't remember right now. But there was this whole big sect. So here, it is embracing our magic, but also knowing the secret of our magic and keeping that to ourselves. It's like, what is my power? What is my purpose? What is my passion? How do I embrace this, but not give this energy to others so that they can tear it down? It doesn't mean that we do the thing that we love in just like absolute private, if we want to be able to bring it forward into the world. But it is also saying to ourselves, this is my sacred. This is my beauty. This is what is important to my soul and myself. I need to make time for it. So we all have something that sparks joy within our lives, and it is following that joy that is going to be very, very powerful for us. Now, Hestia is the goddess of the hearth in ancient Greek and ancient Roman times. Now, what's interesting about her story, and I know I say it all the time, is that she was one of the main Olympians. After they defeated the Titans, she was one of the main Olympian goddesses, and she stepped down because there was an unequal amount of gods and goddesses, like Zeus and Hera and, all those. So her stepping down was something that was not very Greek and not very Roman at all. You fought for your power, you stayed in your power. But because she stepped down, she was at the center of every single mortal's life, right? She was at the center of the home of every single ancient Greek and ancient Roman. And that is power. Her name was uttered, by every family. And it may not have been that she was revered by the gods, but she was very important to the people. So in our world, where bigger is better and flashy, gets you everywhere, this is going to be a time where we say, what is the quiet? Who do I really care that sees me? How do I move forward in the love and passion of me? And it brings us then to a new dawn, a new way of seeing our magic, a new way of seeing ourselves. And it brings us to this place where we see the fears that have been holding us back. Because fear is a tricky little beast that comes in and plants itself. It can be real from experiences that we have. It can be from, experiences that we've heard about, and we can just be paralyzed by it. The moon card is facing those fears. It's seeing that luck is still with us. It's seeing that we still have the ability to fly, to move forward, that joy has not been stolen from us, but that it grows in different ways, that the hard times come, but the good times come as well. Experiencing grief and pain and hurt and disappointment, it is part of the moon cycle. It's from womb to, to birth that the moon goes, and then it goes from birth to reincarnation. So here, as unsavory as that can feel, there is a sense here of I get to shine in my light and in my glory, but in the transformative aspect of me, which I might not be comfortable with, right? As we age, as we take on different roles in our society, in our world, it could be like, well, I'm not comfortable with this, or I have to adjust into this. How do I move forward into this? We remember the grace of the moon, that the face always changes, but it always reappears in our night sky. We look at our fears and we honor them. We honor them as we honor ourselves, but we do not let them stop us. Because right after we honor the cycle of existence and life, we have the fool. And the fool is taking that leap of faith and going after what we want, because it's been long enough. It's like it's been long enough. The road has been hard enough. It has been long enough. And that is done. That is done. The wish that wasn't granted, over and done. Now it's time to take that leap of faith and go after dreams. Now it is time to say, but this is always what my soul has wanted, always where my soul needed to be. And now I'm moving forward, meeting with people, connecting with people. That is so important. But also having faith within ourselves, leaping forward, going after what we want, what we desire, what, inspires us, even if we tumble and fall and, we don't quite get to that place that we thought we were going to be. When we made up the huge dreams when we were 15 years old, that's okay. That is okay. It is time to move forward in the grace, in the power. We're jumping over the sea of emotions, but also the chaos of emotions that can hold us back. We have on our pack what we need, but we also have the wands, the creativity, the fire, the passion. The dog is with us, the white dog, the white horse. Spirit is guiding us. Spirit is moving with us. And we have then the 5 of swords, which says, okay, listen up, Taurus. You're going to face the same battles you faced before, okay? But you're a different person. You're a different person. So the way that you handle yourself, the way that you move forward, not the same. You might be afraid. It might bring back, trauma responses and pain responses where it's like, oh no, I can't possibly do this. Yes, you possibly can. You absolutely can. And so with the 5 of swords, when you win, you don't say, oh, I'm sorry, here's back your sword. You say, thank you, mine now, moving forward. You take your wins. You move forward with a fierceness, with a tenacity, with a beauty, with a brilliance. It's not a cruelty. We're not saying like lay waste to everyone, but it's saying count your wins and do so with pride. Okay, count your wins and say, yes, I deserve this, I worked for this, and now I'm moving forward. Because I have lost in the past does not mean my future is filled with loss. It means that now I move forward and I know my worth. I know what I have been through and I honor myself because that's what we haven't been doing. We haven't been honoring who we are and everything that we have been through in our lives. And now we're moving forward as the night. The night can't sit still. It's just not in their nature. So here we move forward. Now, can we be a bit impetuous at times? Absolutely. But are we also guided by our prosperity and our wish for prosperity and our, idea of success and kind of like a better future? It's like, this is what I'm building. I'm building more for my now. Absolutely, we are. And that's the game changer. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message. And this is wisdom reverse. We cannot feel very wise. We might be very hard on ourselves and saying, well, if you were so wise, Taurus, you would have gotten everything right. That's an unrealistic expectation. You're not omnipotent and you never will be. This is a time where we see that wisdom comes from falling and skinning your knees and, and the failures. You see a little kid and they're like, "Oh, I just beat that up and I'm going to do everything." I'm just thinking of my little nephew who, just sits there. He's like, oh, so fierce. He's so little. And then, when you talk with him and you're like, "Well, no, you don't want to do that because that's dangerous. That's wisdom." Because, you've punched a tree and it hurt. Type of deal. So you're trying to save the person from the pain of punching a tree. So this is going to be a time where we start to realize I might not see myself as wise, but I am. And that's going to be important because subconsciously we don't see ourselves as the beauty that we actually are. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message. And this is the soul star chakra. This is universal light. This is having the universal light come into you and move through you. This is connecting with the universe. And this is moving forward in beauty and in power and in grace. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of, and this is the Three of Wands reversed. We need to be mindful because we will have setbacks, okay? The last half of March is not like, no, you won't have any setbacks at all. It is, yes, you will have setbacks. It will be painful at times. You'll doubt yourself. Absolutely. You'll be frustrated, but you are going to be moving forward in a way that surprises you. Just because, the path that we thought we were going to travel is not the one that we are traveling. It doesn't mean that, game is over. It doesn't. So here with the Three of Wands reversed, it's like, okay, that horizon, those ships aren't coming in. Got that, see that, don't like that. But I understand it, but I'm not stopped. And it brings us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Four of Cups, which plays perfectly into what our warning card was, our subconscious warning card. And here with the Four of Cups, it's like, hey, listen, you're looking over here. That's great. Awesome. But divinity wants you looking up here and you're not. You're so focused over here. And it's like divinity is going to try and get your attention and be like, hey, listen, look over here. And you're going to be like, no, I got this. I know exactly what I'm doing. And so it's like, yeah, that's great. It's not working for you. Please look over here. And we're going to be like, no, I got this. So then something is going to come in during the last half of March that is just going to be a, like, it's just going to knock you off course a bit. And you're going to be very, very annoyed at it, but it is going to be one of the best things that ever happens. It's like, oh, I was supposed to be looking over there. Oh, I was supposed to be seeing it that way. Oh, I get it. I get it. I didn't want to get it, but now I get it. Okay. And the best thing that ever happened to you, that can be a bit too positive. It can start leading on a path that leads you in a direction that you never thought you would go. And then that starts to be, it starts leading you on your path that becomes following your bliss, that becomes taking you out of your own head, out of your own way, and moving you in a direction where you start to see the winds coming in, where you start to see yourself, expanding and growing and gaining an understanding. And it's like, oh, well, that's awesome because it is. All right. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.